still going to just go offense, defense in the spring game and things?
Yeah, that's all we're able to do. We actually think we have 10 guys that are out. I was just Julian Wilson, he wasn't going. Rashad Favors hurt his knee. No operation, be okay in about 3-4 weeks. Quincy Russell just got a bad ankle. He'll be okay. Sterling pulled a hamstring. He can't go. Deron Neal got an ankle and a knee, but we'll be fine in 2-3 weeks. He can't go. Blake Pell's out. Blake got a medial collateral sprain. So, again, no operation. He'll be okay in about 3-4 weeks by the time we get back. Then we've had Shed Thompson, Tyler Evans, and Neela Kazatati got an infection they had to do something with today, and he'll be okay in a few weeks, but he's out. So yeah, we'll have our normal, what we've done most of the time, go offense, A against A, B against B. That's how we do it. That's our A group and our B group. Usually always trying to go good against good. Simulate the kicking game just because there's no other way to do it. So yeah, that's how we'll have some fun with it and go at it.
Bob, is that more injuries than you've had in the past during the spring?
Probably. But we do the same things we've been doing for 16 years here, and that's how it goes sometimes. Fortunate thing, none of them are operations, so they'll all be okay in 3-4 weeks. And when we start June, all our main conditioning training through the summer, they'll all be ready to go.
Is it a great time for some of the backups and reserves to really get a
Sure.
chance?
They're getting more snaps and having to step up. So it's still been really good, really positive.
Does this have the chance to be one of the deeper defensive lines you've had?
What?
Does this have a chance?
Did he really just say that? It has a chance to be one of our deeper and better ones. Imagine that in a year's period of time. Ended up being that way a year ago, too.
How has Charles?
Since you guys won't say it, I'll say it.
How has Charles Tapper progressed this spring? And
He looks
has
great.
Potential to be good. He's
playing great. He just continues to get better and better fundamentally, athletically, everything that he can do. So he's doing really well. It's been really exciting to see in our last scrimmage Saturday. Guys like Michael Anoha came on, made some nice plays. Charles
Walker.
Charles Walker made some good plays. More and more guys like that. Some young guys are stepping up and making some really good plays.
How's your depth at the 4 linebacker slots?
Still a little thin, but we really like what Devontae Bond is doing, and Obo, Eric Stryker, Geno Grissom plays out there now. So that we've got good depth right there outside. We're a little thin inside, but those guys are all doing a good job.
Talk a little about Geno's athleticism. You look at tight end, defensive end, now playing just a little bit of linebacker.
Geno's very athletic. Heck, if you put him on a basketball team, he'd be playing for somebody. He's very athletic, and it really fits him well. So he's doing a really good job with it.
Bob, you look like you're as relaxed as I've seen you in 10 years. How much did how last season ended up kind of rejuvenate you?
I don't know. You probably. I feel like I usually do. I love spring ball. Every year's a new year. That's gone. I'm on next year, so I don't feel any different than I usually feel. I don't feel, so I don't know how to answer that, to be quite honest with you. And but I love the way our kids' attitude. Maybe that's it. The way they've worked all winter, how they've been. We've had very few issues or problems, and maybe that's part of it. Just the conduct and the attitude and the way my guys have worked has been really positive, and that has to do with what they're doing. That has to do with what they're doing this year, not anything else. Well, we just haven't had problems. The kids have been awesome in how they've worked and their attitude on the field.
Bob, how are your running backs coming along, and what have you seen out of them?
I
these
like
last 3
them.
or 4 days?
I like them. Alex Ross continues to really do well. Keith's doing a good job, and David Smith. Even David had a sore ankle today, so he didn't go towards the end with he was wrapped up and still out there, but He's doing okay. You know, Keith, you know, has to continue to show he can do the things, and Alex, you know, that consistently to take care of the football and know what you got to do.
You know, I asked Mike the same question, just the pageantry surrounding spring football. As a coach, what do you look for out of your players?
Just development, you know, developing depth and players that haven't played as much, showing us, prove to us daily that you're ready to play at a consistent level, that we can put you on the field and trust you.
Mike, is Baker going to play in the scrimmage?
Pardon me?
Is Baker going to play in the scrimmage this weekend?
Baker, yeah, he's really done a good job. You know, we're gonna, because he's not able to play next year, we're gonna purposely give the other guys more. We need to feed them a lot of snaps here in the last 3-4 days because Baker isn't able to play, you know, next year. So we've loved what he's done. He's got a ton of snaps, but we will intentionally give these other guys more. And so how much he does, we'll see. But you know, don't read anything into it. If he doesn't get much, it's because of that. It's just strictly because he's not able to go next year.
Bob, they're talking about in August several changes, or a lot of changes in college football. Do you like the transfer rules the way they are set up now? And his case is unique. He wasn't even on scholarship at Tech.
Yeah, that part of it's a little bit different. I guess I would make a case for a guy that isn't on scholarship to, whether I had Baker or not, to give him the flexibility to go where he wants to. Scholarship guys, you know, I'm not going to sit here and get in any big debate on it. At the end of the day, it's kind of hard to manage a team when, you know, if you've got 20 guys coming and going and you're and you're responsible for APR rules and on and on and on. We've already been through that a week ago. So, you know.
Well, it's basically just, in fact, he's not on scholarship. It's just a weird deal.
Yeah, that makes it odd, you know, in that, and because he isn't, you know, you haven't committed a scholarship to him.
Bob, you said you love spring ball. Do you love the spring game? Do you see it as a necessity?
Well, I love every time we get to go out and play. So that's one of them. So in the end, I don't, whether necessity or not, no, I'm not getting into that whole debate, and that's not for me to say. That's everybody and every team has to operate in the way they feel is best, and you know, so for us, we're going to go out there and do the best we can to simulate. We're going to have a great atmosphere. We got a lot of exciting things going on, and so, you know, we'll go out and perform and hopefully get a lot out of the way we play and have a little bit of fun with the crowd and how we do it.
What'd they do at Iowa when you played? Did you have a spring game? Was it an alumni game, or what'd you have?
No, well, we had a spring game, and we always had 30 to 40,000. It seemed like there. So we always just had a simulated game, like we do.
Gonna be wearing a mic Thursday for the open part of practice? Part of it?
I might for part of Thursday. I'm not sure. Initially I thought I was just doing that for Saturday, but I don't know. I might have one on for part of Thursday.
Looking forward
But
to
you are
that.
going to have a mic on Saturday?
I don't. Looking forward to it. Why would I? I don't care.
I mean, just Thursday.
I'm
in
gonna
the
say what
open
I
part of
normally do.
practice.
Oh yeah, it'll be fun to give something to our students, and you know, and again, our students, athletes, get to interact with them and participate a little bit. So we'll make the most of it.
Jody Thomas has another baseball game tonight. How has he been able to balance his spring football practice schedule with baseball, and to what extent do you coordinate with Coach Hughes on?
I don't. Coach Heupel was coordinated with Coach Hughes, and they've been incredible and great to work with. And I'd like to think we have been to them, allowing a young man to fulfill his dreams and to get out of it as much as he can. So I think everyone, you know, it's been busy for Cody, but I think it's been positive, you know, in how we've all managed it.
Does it make it tougher that he plays quarterback?
Oh, I think it'd be tough no matter what it was, but, you know, maybe in the long run it could, but that can still be worked through. Jameis Winston seems to be doing it. Didn't seem to hurt him a whole lot.
You were going to wear a mic Saturday?
Yeah, for part of it.
Do you have to check yourself at all?
No.
You know?
No. I'm not much of they won't have to bleep anything out with me. I conduct myself pretty well on the field.
Is it the same on game days?
Game days get a little bit different. But still, even then, I like to think I'm certainly not, I'm still certainly within the boundaries of good sportsmanship and, whatever you want to call it, just good manners.
Is there-
I don't even yell at the officials nearly like I used to.
Really? How come?
I've
doesn't
realized
work,
it doesn't do any good. Yeah.
Figure
Yep.
maybe it's because your brother was drowning you out or something.
No.
All right, Danny?
Thanks, Bob.
All right.
Did you keep your tongue pretty good at Morgantown 2 years ago? That would have been the acid test.
Sure I did. Yeah, I realize what's what and what I can affect and what I can't, so. All right, thanks.
All right. Thanks, Coach.